Hello Total War friends, this is Proteus, and this is a guide for new players on Shogun 2 Total War that they want to learn a little more about game setups and a few fundamentals that they might never be aware of. The game is very beautiful. It's one of the best Total War games ever made, if the best. But the problem is because there is an avatar involved. You have to build your character. It's kind of complicated and very long. It takes a lot of time to build this character, so it's very hard to actually be competitive right from the start. And when you try to play against the other veteran players with a full-scale avatar and 10 stars on them and the full retainers they have, it's so hard for you. So here it is how you can start and play the game better and have a good principles starting the game. Okay, so the first thing you want to know is that when you get in the game and you got this main page that I have in front of me, the first thing you have to go to options, and depends your computer. If you have a good computer, you can set up as high as you like, but if you don't have a good computer, then make everything low except the unit detail. The unit detail, if you have a slow average computer, keep it to high, and that can be the only setting that you want to have high, because when you want to play the game, you want to have a little more details on the fast pace of the battle and know what unit does what, and it gives you a little more instant awareness about the unit type. So that's the only thing. If you don't have a good computer, that's the only setting you want to have. Everything low and that ultra or high. If you have a good computer, set it up better. The next thing you want to do is you want to go to battle interface right next to it, and then you have to click all those to always. The game default is going to be here to cards only, something like that, and this is not good. You want to have always, because when you have the mouse during the battle, when you use the mouse over the enemy unit, immediately on your right side of your camera you will see the enemy statistics. You will be able to see what the maximum range is of their matchlocks or of their archers, and what the melee stats are of their units, the swords or the cavalry. So before even you engage them on melee, you already know which units they're going to win and which units you're going to lose, and that will give you the beginning from the battle on right away, a tactical awareness that you might don't have if you don't play this skill, if you don't set up like that. The controls here, I don't use it too much. We have to talk about the standard camera or the classic Total War camera. Use the standard camera, it doesn't matter, you can do whatever you want here, but I strongly advise you to go to YouTube, search on Total War free camera, search on YouTube Total War free camera, and I will give you the link also in this video, and it will help you to set up your game script from your Windows, and will you be able to zoom further higher than the default zoom that the game gives you. This trick is as old as the Total War games from Rome 1, I think, and all the veterans and tournament players, they use it, and they want to zoom up higher than the default of the game, so they can see in a major scales, if they play 2-2 or 3-3, the flanks and who is behind them right away, and they don't have to turn around the whole camera to see, like the zoom in default camera it has. So you definitely want to create a free camera. It's not that hard, it's very simple actually, if you follow the instructions from YouTube link that I will give it to you. The next thing I set up here, it's basically I leave it as it is, except the run, the units run, which I have it on my numerical keyboard as 0, because I like looking right, left, up and down, forward and backwards from the arrows on my right side of the keyboard. But most of the players, they like to use the typical AD WX side. If you don't like use that and you would like to set up on the arrows on the right side of your keyboard, then the 0 is a nice key that you can order each unit to run. It's right next to it, so the left hand does your looking and your right hand does the mouse. After that, when you go to the game, it's going to set you up to the main character. That's the next page, and you can customize your avatar as the way you want it. And up on top right, you're going to see the retainers. Those retainers are very hard to get the good ones. Some of them the game will reward you by battle drops or match made. Other retainers they will do, it depends if you move on the map, and they will give you as a bonus. But the good ones is going to be hard for you to get them. For example, the one that I have for you to show you on the right here, that says the word worry, if I said right. That will give to all enemy veterans -1 on their melee attack, -1 in morale, and -3 on accuracy of all their missile units. And those retainers is going to be very hard and very long time for you to build up. But how you can do that faster is by subscribe to game mods. Game mods are made by veteran players that they love this game. It's not a cheat. It's available to everybody, and you subscribe after you load the game on Steam. You subscribe on those mods, and then when you start getting the game will ask you the option if you want to play the game or you want to play the mod. The good thing is that those mods you can create bonuses. You can make faster veterans. You can get retainers faster, and they call it the mod that I want to suggest to you. They call it the Shogun 2 probability mod. It's made by very good Total War veteran players, and what they do is they increase the probability to get a retainer in every battle more than 50%. So instead to have a 10% probability for every battle to get a retainer, you're going to have more than 50-60% that every time you play that mod you're going to get a retainer which you can use on the vanilla game afterwards if you decide to play the regular game. And so you can have a teammate, a friend, you can invite him on the mod, both you guys subscribe, and you play together. You're going to get retainers very fast, and you'll be able also to vet some of your veteran units to build some skills so they can they have some more upgrade stats, especially your melee units that you desperately need in order to win some games. The next is here is you using us to set up your army. The map on the main page here, it's something that you need to work with a friend, and you let him win some games and he lets you lose some games, so you can move down all this and reveal all those units and retainer bonuses that every territory here is going to give you. So vetting is very important. You need to do that with a friend, and that's going to help you. It's going to save you months of try to do everything one at a time on your own. And that vetting, you can do that on mod, as I explained to you, on the probability mod, which actually it might give you also match made tokens. And by doing that, you play only with your friends, you play faster, and you build up tokens, and you build up retainers. The last thing I would like to say is that when you're on the Steam on profile, make sure that your character on the game is synced with the cloud of the Steam. If you don't do that, in case that in the future buy a new computer or your computer crash, then you're going to lose all your hard work from your character. So it's very important to sync with the Steam Cloud and save automatically your character. So instead to be saved your character in your PC, it's saved on the cloud. So no matter what happening to your PC, your character and your hard work is going to be there. Now I'm going to try to create a game and talk to you about formations. Let's go to the battle list here. Before that, there is another thing we have to talk about. They call it the clan page right here on the right, on the top right. If you click this, you will see on your left, you will see the Steam groups that you already have subscribed. Maybe are from other games, it doesn't matter, maybe are from different Total War clans that they have. Likewise right here, my clan, the Battlestar clan, we have about 5 to 7, maybe more Steam groups, public, for friends and for teammates that would like to have a different clan specialties. Clan specialty is what your units, when your units give skills, up to 8 skills, then you have the right to boost more skills to that unit. It depends what your specialty. If it's a spear, you'll be able to give hold firm and banzais to your spears on Ajinadas. If you have swords, you'll be able to put banzais on Asigaru swords. If you have a bow cavalry specialty group, then you'll be able to put on your horse archers a 175 range from 150. And if you are a cavalry, then you're going to be able to put basically banzais to your cavalry. They're going to be, all of them, they're going to be very expensive, but 1-2 of the units that will be very effective for the game and fun to play with. The most competitive group specialty is the spears. Like here, the 9 Fighter Squadron is the name of our Steam group. That is for training, new recruits training, and this public, everybody can join that one. And immediately the player will be assigned as a spear specialty, and Shogunata for force, which give you a cheaper long range soldiers. I don't play much force, I don't like it. So, but by assigning one Steam group, you actually have 2 specialties on Shogun 2 and the force. And so if you don't have a clan, you also can try to assign any groups that you already have, and maybe the game will ask you to assign a specialty group on your group because it was from another game and maybe nobody else did that. So that's one way or the other. Or you can be assigning a game clan like the Battlestars on anyone you want, or you can create a group or assign a group from your groups you already have from other games and make them a specialty that you like. I suggest for a new player to start a spear or a sword for a start. The bow, it's fun, but it's not that competitive, and the cavalry is very hard to play it. So let's go now to the game and try to show you a couple of formations on. Actually, I will try to do that on the next YouTube video, because I think this video might be too long and too boring. So the battle is going to be on the guide part 2. Okay, so see you soon.